Hello, I am here to talk about MobyMax. It is an awesome tool to include in the classroom. As you can see, it has a lot of different subjects from math, reading, language, writing, science, and social studies. You can get here by going to MobyMax.com. And it is totally free. I just signed on just now. And I signed in as a teacher, so you can see it wants me to get started by registering my students. And if I click on this, it will go to where I can do that. And it gives you a little how-to in order to get that going. And you can create their username and their password, so if they ever forget it, you have it right here. You can register them one by one, or bulk register students. You can create a group. You can transfer students to other teachers, which is really cool. And you can also get the parents connected if you'd like to. So those are some of the features. So as the students are working in MobyMax, they do like a little beginner test to see where they're at, and then Moby can create lesson plans for them to work on based on where their gaps in their learning are. So it's personalized learning, which is really cool. Or as a teacher, I can choose like a certain assignment or an assessment if I want for that day. And you can look at their proficiency for Common Core standards, and that shows you where the gaps are and how they're doing, where they're at. And then, like I said, Moby will assign lessons based on those gaps that it finds. There are all different sorts of questions, which I can't really show you because I'm logged in as a teacher, but here's where you'd be able to see their progress, lessons, assessments. Right here it says Moby Math lessons target areas where students are struggling and allow them to progress automatically once mastery is achieved, so it's really cool. Each lesson breaks math concepts into small achievable objectives and consists of a short animated teach me lesson with targeted practice problems. And the problems include things like there's timed, multiplication facts or adding, addition, and dividing, or there's some that require manipulatives, and also some short answer for other subjects. But I'm looking at math since I'm a math major. There's also contests to get them encouraged, and they can earn game time, which the games I believe have to do with math anyways too, which is really fun. So here's the games and contests. There are, like I said before, there's ways to connect with parents, which is really cool. And also, for my final project, I rolled where I will have students with a lot of ELL students, and I know that the questions can be read aloud, which would really help for students who struggle with reading. I know that language can really, make them scared to, be involved in whatever lesson there is today because, they can't read or write very well. So I know that being able to speak and listen would make that easier for them. The reviews for it were that it was easy to use, it's standards based, it monitors student growth, students can monitor themselves and set goals, and I can monitor them as the teacher as well. The learning is quick. It says that in about 40 hours, students should be able to increase one grade level. And it gives examples, and again, it's used to find gaps in the learning, and it's fun, and there's rewards, so it's really cool. Awesome place. As far as using it in the classroom, I could picture using it as like the last 10 to 20 minutes of class every day, where students can just go on and it'll work on those gaps that they have so they can get caught up to where we're at, which could really help them in class. And it can also be applied as the entire lesson for the day if I want it to, and set it to a certain lesson or assessment. And it applies to my UDL principles because it provides choice. There's a lot of different activities they can do, and it it goes to where they're at, where they need to be. So it shouldn't ever be too hard for them. They should be able to manage it and then improve, and it slowly gets harder as needed, as they can handle it. It's relevant because we're using technology, which is more relevant for these students, and it's authentic because it's using technology and using standards, and it is age appropriate and ability appropriate, because it's again going to wherever level they need to be at, and it minimizes threats and distractions, like I said, for ELL students. For language, there isn't a ton of words, especially for the math subject, and it can be read aloud as well, which is really awesome. And it could be, if you did have it something that you did every day, then students know what to expect. And so, yeah, it's a really awesome tool. So there you go, MobyMax.com.